Hello, friends, and welcome to Leadership Evolution. Today, I want to show you how you can know your life's purpose. By the end of this video, not only will you know your life's purpose, but you'll also know how to use it. So let me start by asking you, do you know what your purpose for life is? And if that question is intimidating to you, never mind about your life's purpose. Do you know what your purpose for today is? What is it that keeps you centered? What is it that you come home to when the situation is out of control? Now, when I coach people about leadership, I always come back to their purpose for life. They come to me with questions like, how do I manage better? How do I communicate better? How can I inspire my team? All kinds of really great leadership questions that we deal with. But I always want to know, where is that coming from? So you want to be a better leader. Why? Is it to impress somebody? Is it to try to be like somebody else? Is it to gain approval from people around you? Or is it coming from your center? Is it coming from who you are, from your uniqueness? So whenever people come to me and want coaching about leadership, it seems like we always end up talking about what their purpose for life is. Because if you don't know your purpose, you can't be on purpose. And if you're not on purpose, people won't follow you. People don't want to follow somebody who's just trying to imitate somebody else. And if you're not on purpose, you're going to chase the wind of approval, of someone else's opinion, or you'll try to imitate somebody else. If you're not on purpose, then you'll try to control things that are not in your control. And you'll come across as very anxious and nervous, and people don't like to follow someone like that either. If you're not on purpose, you'll experience imposter syndrome because you don't know who you are and you're pretending to be someone else. So not knowing your purpose leads to a whole bunch of really bad things. Being on purpose, though, and knowing what your purpose is and living out of that leads to all kinds of good things. Purpose centers everything else. It centers your business relationships. It centers your communication and your communication style. It centers your decision making and why you make decisions and how you make decisions and how you implement them. It determines your trajectory in life because you move through life now knowing exactly what you're about, and you say yes to the things that you want to say yes to, the things that feed your purpose, and you boldly and joyfully say no to opportunities and things that come your way that don't feed your purpose and aren't in your lane. At the end of the day, if you're living in your purpose, you'll be happy, you'll be satisfied, you'll go to sleep at night and not have to worry about what's going to happen in the morning. And maybe most importantly, when you know your purpose and you're living out of that, you're bringing your uniqueness to the situation, which is what the world needs. The world does not need a bunch of copycats and people trying to be someone else and trying to impress someone else and trying to live with other people's approval. The world needs you, your uniqueness, your genius. So do you know your purpose? If you don't, I want to ask you 5 questions. And your answers to these questions will identify your purpose for life. Now, I got these 5 questions from a TED Talk that Adam Lipzig put on and posted. And by the way, Adam, if you're watching this video and if I butchered your last name, I apologize profusely. And for everyone else, I'm going to put a link to that video in the description below so that you can take advantage of Adam's brilliance as he talks about purpose. So here's 5 questions that will lead to you discovering your purpose. Do yourself a favor right now and grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen and write down these 5 questions and take just a moment or two to answer them so that you know exactly what your purpose is. Here are the questions. Number 1, who are you? Number 2, what do you do? Number 3, who do you do it for? Number 4, when those people come to you, what do they want? What do they need from you? Number 5, how are those people changed as a result of spending time with you? When you answer those 5 questions, you'll know what your purpose is. So let's dive into them real briefly. Number 1, who are you? And I would just say, put your name in that blank. I am Jim Martinson, right? Put your name there. You could spend a lifetime discovering who you are and going deep into your soul. And that's probably good work to do. But for today, just put your name there. My name is, that's the answer to number one. Number two, what do you do? And I want to quantify that by asking you, what do you love to do? What is it that when you do it, you lose track of time? What is it that when you do it, it seems pretty easy for you to do? And other people look at you and say, I don't even know how you did that. Now for me, I build. I like to build things like houses and decks and engines and stuff like that. I also love to build people and invest in people. And so building is what I do. All right, so what's the answer to number two for you? What do you do? Number three, who do you do it for? Now, I know that you do it for yourself, and that's important. In fact, you have to start there. If you don't love it, and if you don't get something out of it, then it's not going to be your genius. It's not going to be your purpose anyway, right? So take yourself out of the equation for a moment and ask yourself, when I do number two, when I do that thing, who do I do it for? Who do I like to do it for? For me, my answer to number two is I love to build people. So my answer to number three is leaders, and especially young or inexperienced leaders. Who do you do it for? Number four, what do those people need or want from you when they come? Now for me, I know that when people come to me and want coaching from me, they want clarity. They want empowerment. They want to be encouraged. They want to know how to get better. That's what they want from me. How about you? What do people want from you? Number five, how are they changed as a result? Now for me, when I build into people and I know that they're coming to me looking for clarity and empowerment and ideas for how they can get better, they leave having lived even further into their potential. So how about you? Who are you? What do you do? Who do you do it for? Put yourself in their shoes and ask, what do they need or want from you when they come to you? And the last question is, how are they changed as a result of spending time with you? Now, the answer to the last three questions will give you your purpose. Notice that the answers to the last three questions have to do with other people. It's outward facing. Your purpose is not selfish. It can't be selfish. And what I mean by that is you can't do it for yourself alone. Of course you do it for yourself, but your purpose is found when you can do things for yourself and for other people, when you include other people. So the answers to the last three questions are outward facing. And when you put those answers together into a sentence, you'll have your purpose. So as an example, my purpose is to build leaders into their fullest beauty and potential. I got that sentence from the answers to the last three questions of the five that I just asked you. So now that we've gone through that exercise, do you know what your purpose is? If you know it, live it. Spend time every day investing in it, doing something with it. In social situations, when people ask, what is it that you do? Give them your purpose statement. Give them your one sentence. This is what I do. I happen to work somewhere, but this is what I do. And watch the energy level just rise. The excitement in your eyes will just be evident because you're talking about who you are as a person at your most fundamental level. Take your purpose statement and emphasize it on your resume. When you have a job interview, talk about it. And instead of imitating someone else or wildly grasping at whatever seems to work in the moment, you'll be living out of your center, out of your core. And that is the best way to influence other people because people are attracted to someone like that. I hope this video has been helpful to you. And if it has, I hope that you'll like and subscribe to the channel. That really helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, keep evolving.